Hey y'all, Nate here. Welcome back to the channel. This is gonna be a little bit of a different video today. Um, Obviously, I'm sure you've noticed that there's been a slowdown in Victory Road. Uh, and I just wanted to close the loop on that. So as of today, when I'm recording, it is very much into January at this point. The ladder's already rolled over once, and it's about to roll over again for Ascended Heroes if it hasn't already. And so at that point, Victory Road has obviously not. We didn't make it this time, which is fine. Like, it was a learning challenge. It was the first challenge that I've done, and I'm pretty happy with what happened. However, I kind of like wanted to go through some of the stats and stuff just to kind of close the loop and talk about our experience. So let's see here. Can I that works a little bit better. I don't know if that's just because of the way yeah, okay. Um so I actually went through and I went through every single episode, and I actually went and looked at all of our wins and losses and recorded them all and then put them into an Excel spreadsheet because I like being a little bit of a nerd. So if you all remember, we started with Raging Bolt. We started with the deck that I was playing currently at the time, which was doing pretty well at Cup and like my regular local format, but my locals are a little weird. We don't have a whole lot of Guardy. We just started getting a lot of Dragapult. And we only had one player playing Goldengo. So I had to learn how to move the deck to the TCG online format, which is a very different format. And you'll see we had a lot of like decks. It wasn't just the meta, which is very interesting. So here our most played deck was um it looks to be Charizard, and there were a couple different versions of Charizard that I put in there together. I put Mega Charizard, put Donzard, and I put Terrazard all in the same set. This is also followed up by Goldango, which makes sense. Oh, and Dragapult. Um, just because of the rise of that. Our best deck that we played against was Kangaskhan and Mega Lucario, which makes sense. The Mega format is really benefited, like Raging Bolt benefits from that Mega format, by being able to take care of those one-hit turns. Um, and you'll see down here, there's this other box. What's this other box, you might ask? Well, that is all the other weird ass decks that we ran into. Which clearly we did really well against. So in the list, the ones that we won against were Fortress, that weird Fortress deck that we saw like episode 1. Um, Duskull, and when I say Duskull, I actually have no idea what that deck was, but they conceded very early, and the only thing on the board was like Duskulls. So I just called it Duskull. There was a Dunsparce Donk, which I think was probably an Alakazam deck, that we donked. Uh, we won against a Bidoof Frostlass deck, an Archaludon deck, Gator, Tinkaton, Loyal 3. So those were all of the other decks that we ran against. A lot of weird stuff you may or may not see in your locals. And then what we lost against was Empoleon, Azumarill, and Hydreigon. So, we definitely did better against the weird decks, that's for sure. But weirdly enough, we played actually 50 games in total. I was a little surprised about that when I looked. And here is because again I am a little bit of a stats nerd. I have a graph here. So here is the decks we won and lost against. You could have a better visual. Again, undefeated against Lucario. The Rocket deck, there was only one of, I think, or two of. And then Megabox, Grimmsnarl. So we did okay. And then here is the percentages of the decks that we played against. Going forward, I do want to do another Victory Road season. This is an announcement for it now. However, I'm not doing it for Ascended Heroes. It's a specialty set. And I just find that if I wanted to do that, I want to do it now. But I think what will be more interesting is doing a Victor Road right after format change. So this is an official announcement. We will be doing it for the next set, which is Perfect Order, I think it is. I haven't decided if I'm going to take Raging Bolt out of the rotation since we just did Raging Bolt, or do just like let it ride and see what happens. But it should be very interesting. I'm gonna try to get way more footage very quickly and early on so that like we don't run into the issue of there's 3 days left and I'm recording like 90% of my videos in those 3 days. So definitely a learning opportunity for me. Until then, I have a few other videos that I'm going to be doing. We're not done yet with Pokemon. I need some practice, and I need to learn a bunch of other decks. So, because I still haven't won a cup. So, um, but anyways, I hope you found this fascinating. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. There will be another video coming up tonight, so, you guys are definitely eating good. But, if you're only here for Victory Road, and Pokemon TCG content, stay safe. I know there's a huge storm coming right now. And stay warm and keep playing Pokemon. Have a great day. Bye. If you liked this video, feel free to subscribe. And if you actually really liked it, feel free to hit the like button. Either one is appreciated. Both is even better. I have a video, the last video in a box, somewhere on screen. Feel free to hit that if you'd like more video content. And if you'd like to see the whole series, it's on the box below. Enjoy. And feel free to come back to the den anytime. See ya.